Okay, so we're traveling on into Quebec City today. We're going to take the 973, and that takes us from Highway 40 into Old Quebec, into the lower town. We're just going to do a lower town driving tour today. Just a quick run, just going in to get myself positioned for a pickup. So here we are just transitioning off of Highway 40, the Auto Route 40, onto 973 South. This highway has only recently been renumbered to 973. It used to have a different number altogether. It wasn't actually considered an auto route, but this is now a spur auto route, I guess. Okay, so now we're coming into the area known as St. Roch. This is a very rough area for a lot of years. It's being cleaned up now. You'll see that this is becoming quite an artist community. There's some restaurants and stores and all sorts of things down in this area that never were here before. I apologize for the red flashing light, by the way. You will see it in some of my videos. It's a particular issue with the GoPro that I cannot shut the front light off. I can either shut them all off, 4 of them off, which would be all of them off. It's silly. Have 4 of them working, that's what I meant. 2 of them working, or none of them working. That's the best way to put it, I guess. And unfortunately, what I really want is I just want the one on the back to flash and not the one on the front. I don't have that option. Boy, these lights are long. When you're in Quebec, you're allowed to turn right on red every place in the province but in the island of Montreal. So you could be outside the island of Montreal, even in the city, and still make a right turn on red. Of course, you have to watch for signs like the one here at this intersection that says no right turn on red. But otherwise, unless otherwise mentioned, you are allowed now in Quebec. And that's been for a while, maybe, well, over 10 years now. So we're just coming in now. We're on Dorchester Street, and we're going to make a left turn on Charest. The building here on our right that kind of looked like a brick castle in a way was originally a undergarments factory. So you'll see there's a lot of new buildings that have been built down in this area. If we continued along Dorchester, we would have gone up into Upper Town. We're going to pick up a group of people down by the ferry dock, so we're just positioning ourselves here. We'll go by the pickup because we want to be facing in the direction that we're traveling right now, so we can come back this way. Now you see these highway bridges ahead. Underneath them, if you take a look at the pillars, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but make sure you're watching this on full screen. A lot of these pillars have artwork, and the artwork has been done by graffiti artists, and they've done some very fine work showcasing their abilities here. Just ahead, you'll see the green roofs there on the left-hand side. That is the train station, the Gare du Palais train station. It was built by the Canadian Pacific Railway in a matching chateau style to the Chateau Frontenac, which we will see in just a few minutes. via trains still use the Gare du Palais station, and the bus station is directly attached as well. So if you were to travel by intercity coach into Quebec City, you would arrive at the bus depot, which is directly beside the train station. That bus that just passed us is one of the intercity coaches in the area. Now behind these buildings on the left is the local farmers market. Oh, look at the little bus. That is an electric bus. It was built in Italy, and apparently they are doing quite well in Quebec City. They recharge the batteries when they come down the hill, and of course expend a lot of energy going up, but apparently it works out. As long as they route them properly, it works out quite well. And they seem to be working for the city. And that, I understand, is a free service. If you want to take the bus, then you can hop on that one for free. This glass building on the left was built for the 400th anniversary, and it wasn't completed in time for the start of the festivities, but partway through the year it opened up and was a pavilion of various displays that I never went to see because there's no place here for me to park. But I was in Quebec City a number of times in the 400th anniversary year. It was very interesting. So we're going to make a right turn here. We can't really go any further. Straight ahead of us is the area that cruise ships dock when they're in Quebec City. And quite a few cruise ships do come up the St. Lawrence this far. Some of them, like the Queen Mary 2, are so tall that they cannot go underneath the old Quebec Bridge. So this is as far up the river as they can go. It's the fire hall on the right that used to... was actually the original, I guess, fire hall for this area, but is now a brewery. This is the Civilization Museum on the right, not the Canadian Civilization Museum, which is in Gatineau, Quebec, but the Quebec Civilization Museum. So this is all Lower Town. Straight ahead of us, at the curve, you're going to see that we are going to make a right-hand turn. This is the ferry dock area straight ahead. So all the people who are crossing the river by ferry from Lévis, which you can see off to the left on the far opposite side, they cross over here, and there's a ferry just departing from the Quebec side. On the right, this is the oldest part of Quebec City in Lower Town. You'll have to excuse the rocking. That's the bus falling into some of the gutter drains along the side. There's the Chateau Frontenac straight ahead of us on top of the hill. So that's Upper Town up there. This is Lower Town. To the right, if you go up the street here, just past these yellow coverings, you go up that street, that'll take you to Place Royale, where the Notre Dame des Victoires church is. And that's the area that they used for filming the movie Catch Me If You Can. It filled in for a number of the France scenes in that movie. So we're heading out the Champlain, which runs right along the river. To our right you can see the Petit Champlain. This is sort of a shopping and food district. It's a very touristy zone. Very nice though. Quebec City is a very nice city. No matter what kind of thing you want to do, you can find something here that will interest you. On the left is a Coast Guard station, so you can see two Coast Guard boats here. They're typically are icebreakers here in the off-season. This is a bus parking zone, 2-hour parking for free. It's designed so that if you have people eating back in that Petit Champlain area, you can go back and meet them, but that's almost always full with buses. Sometimes you luck out and get a spot there, though. As you drive along here, you have to imagine that at the top of the hill in this area, on our right, is not very far along is where the Plains of Abraham start. And the Plains of Abraham was the area that the French and the English fought in 1759. General Wolfe against the Marquis de Montcalm's forces. The English came from the river and had to find a way to make their way up the cliff, and it's quite a way out. Perhaps in another video I'll show you. I'm not going as far as that. I'm going to park just a little ways out here. But it was quite a feat for them to get up that hill. The French never thought that anybody would be able to get up to get them. The English did. The battle lasted for about half an hour, I'm told. These houses on the right are, it's a developing area now. It's become quite fashionable for people to live down here below the cliffs, right facing to the river. But this is traditionally where sailors, laborers all lived, and typically English, Scottish, and Irish. So this is where the Anglo poor folk, if you want to put it that way, this is where they would have lived, is down here. The rich English and the French lived on top of the hill. Because once the English won the war and gained this entry to New France, they all moved into the area and settled up on top of the hill. So we're almost coming to a close. I'm just going to go down here and park. We have a parking in the maritime area here, and it's not very exciting, but we'll leave it off here. Thanks for watching.